Hello everyone, and this is my final demo reel I created. So this graphic that I made was actually from another class I made it for, and I wanted to kind of match it, and I wanted to make my demo reel for graphic design and some animation and graphic effects that I've made. So here's a warp drive can that I created in Photoshop and Illustrator for a energy drink. Next, I created a fire theme around my hand, which is kind of fun and cool to make, as I had to blend many colors and images to create this along with different effects. This is just 3D modeling of a city when I first started out. I thought it turned out pretty well. This was for our previous course, integrating multiple creations and files from After Effects, 3ds Max, and Photoshop into one video with different effects applied. These next three are for rebranding of Buffalo Wild Wings, where I used Photoshop and Illustrator to create a new website. Here's a card I made, the outside and then the inside. Created this in Photoshop. Turned out pretty well. Here's in Flames was some items I created in Photoshop and Illustrator for outside CD case. This was for our 3D rigging and animation class. Thought it turned out pretty well. And then I made a email blast here for Humane Society with Dreamweaver and Photoshop. Thought it turned out pretty well. Kind of hard to see close up. This was for one of our art history classes that I made. It's Suprematism art, where you use abstract art in a more modern aspect to explain how you're feeling, and that's what I did here about myself. This was a lower third for our package we had to create in one of our classes. I thought it turned out pretty well. I used Photoshop, Illustrator, and After Effects for this. Here's another part of my 3D city with a different view and using the daylight system while moving camera motion applied as well. Here's some more special effects shockwaves for our class we had to create. Thought they turned out pretty well, and it was a good transition to my last end card, which I wanted to use the same type of design but have a different twist on it instead of being the same, so I could showcase how I'm able to use same type of designs but apply a different style to it. Here's my shot list I have started creating for my demo reel. I'm gonna have to add a little more, but I think this is turning out pretty well, and kind of hard to get these on here. I may change it up to add more pages and less items on each page to explain them better.